Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is July the 25th, 2017. Buy and hold. Strong hand. Get rich by desiring little. Hey man, this is sound and rational and logical cryptocurrency thinking. You've come to the right place. Anyway, let's jump right into it. I didn't even have time to prepare proper notes. I'm going to update the link section below after the show, so come back if you're watching this live if you want to see, if you want to click on proper links. Anyway, some people, as a follow-up to yesterday's video, and everyone, please check out yesterday's video. It was a lot of fun. And it's about the current situation that's going on in Bitcoin. But some people are asking, how much money could the people behind some of these FUD coins, some of these coins that are going to fork off of Bitcoin, how much could these bad players have in terms of finances and power? Could they be manipulating the market? Could they be bringing the price of Bitcoin down so people are scared and buy up their coin and consider their coin to be the real Bitcoin, even though it's just an altcoin? That's not a question to ask, actually. The question you should be asking yourself is, how strong is your hand? How long-term thinker are you? Can you ignore peer pressure? Can you control your worries? Are you gonna worry about this if there's a Bitcoin fork or the latest rumor? Is it going to force you to sell your coin, your Bitcoin? Because in the long run, if you panic now and sell your Bitcoin, you're going to regret it. So it boils down to what kind of self-control you have over yourself, over doing stupid things. Not what some mythical entity might be doing in China, or, you know, don't react to something that you don't have to react to. Just stick with a long-term plan, a long-term goal. Don't lose your Bitcoin. People want to take your Bitcoin from you, whether it be from convincing you they have the real Bitcoin, or that you should start playing around with your Bitcoin to extract a fake altcoin from it. There are so many things you can do wrong with your Bitcoin now that would be so tragic in the long run that it's just even hard to explain. So when I say have a strong hand, that just means hang on to your Bitcoin. Don't panic sell. Don't do something with your Bitcoin. Control your private key. Have your Bitcoin stored on your Trezor, and you can buy your Trezor at the link below. And Crypto HW Wallet actually just sent me an update. They're gonna have them ready to ship, I think, on Friday. I gotta look over that again. I am sorry if I just butchered that, because the guy over there it sent me what I should say actually about their status. But what I'm saying anyway is, you don't, with August 1st or August 4th or November 15th or whatever day you want to pull out of your butt, you don't have to do anything. If you're a new person, all you do is just hold your Bitcoin. You don't do anything. Everything will turn out all right. And if you one day want this forked altcoin from China or whatever, you can get it once everything's safe. But don't just do stuff with your Bitcoin on August 1st, but you heard you should have done, but some other dude on the internet said buy Steam or so. I mean, this is not a time to do insane things with your Bitcoin. That's the bottom line here. So just hold your Bitcoin. It's really simple. And you know what? Nothing has changed in terms of storing your Bitcoin on an exchange, and you should never store your Bitcoin at a third party. I've been saying that ever since I created this channel. So nothing has changed. I mean, there could be a war in North Korea tomorrow, and that doesn't make a difference. There could be, the Mashiach could come from the sky and bring world peace. That wouldn't change. How you should store your Bitcoin, okay? There's nothing has changed. So if you didn't buy a Trezor a long time ago, well, you really should do it now. You shouldn't store your Bitcoin, because if you store your Bitcoin on a third party, it's going to get stolen eventually. And you might say, well, that doesn't sound right. That sounds mean. It's a bad, wild, wild west world out there. Things happen, and I'm going to get into that later. All right. So again, and I skipped, and pound that like button, people. There's a lot of live viewers here at this lovely hour. Here, I'm in Australia. You guys are in the East Coast. It's 9 o'clock back in Baltimore. Long live Baltimore. But here in Brisbane, Australia, it's 11 in the morning. I had a beautiful run this morning. I did my sprints this morning. You should, guys, learn about why you should do interval training, sprints. Google that. It's really good for you. All right. So something I skipped yesterday, and check out yesterday's show. Ansel Lindner made a great appearance on the show. But I was talking about Jimmy Song's article, which was free propaganda for this, for one of these fake Bitcoins that's trying to come out and use the Bitcoin name to pretend to be Bitcoin. And there's going to be a few of them that are doing it in a really unfriendly manner. Well, the king of the trolls, and I don't mention him by name because he's such a trollish person. And he's such a, he was a big time Bitcoiner back in the day. He's in Japan or whatever. He's the one who has caused a lot of trouble in the Bitcoin community. Totally a bad actor. Totally not a friend of mine. Totally someone I would not want to be friends with. There were all these people before, oh, King of the Trolls is such a good friend of mine. I don't want to say anything bad about him. And then look what happened. Well, anyway, King of the Trolls is retweeting Jimmy Song's, apparently, everyone says, well, Jimmy Song, everyone should get a platform. So it's okay that he's giving the fork of Bitcoin, the FUD coin, a platform. Well, lo and behold, King of the Trolls is using Jimmy Song's freaking article as propaganda for why Bitcoin should fork and all the things that we don't believe in. All the two Bitcoin horrible things. King of the Trolls is literally retweeting Jimmy Song's article as propaganda for everything that is wrong with Bitcoin that they support over there, these forking big blockers or whatever they are. I don't know what the heck they are anymore. It's so crazy. The ones who want to, extend this period of uncertainty as long as possible. The FUD coiners are using, their king is using Jimmy's article as propaganda. And again, Jimmy is an unwitting tool in all of this. But what a tool he is if the king of the trolls is using his article as propaganda to spread. And you can check out the King of the Trolls Twitter. I don't link to it below. And again, I have to update my links below, but I will never link to King of the Trolls article. And I will never name him by name because I don't respect him as a person. And people are like, well, who is King of the Trolls? Well, newbies, look it up. Look up who was the Bitcoin Jesus, all right? If you don't know that, learn it. Pound that like button. Anyway, because just look it up. I don't have time to, I'm not going to say his darn name. I don't get, anyway. So people are asking me again, Adam, do you think the chain will fork? Do you think the chain will fork? What kind of question is that? It can fork at any time. That's what you have to understand. Anyone can fork Bitcoin at any time. Is it going to be a contentious fork or not? No, it's not going to be a contentious fork. But if you keep on giving them attention, it causes problems. The mainstream media picks up on this. Well, maybe there are 2 Bitcoin or so. There aren't 2 Bitcoin. There are not going to be 3 Bitcoin, 4 Bitcoin, 5 Bitcoin. Whatever, how many forks these people try to throw out there. The King of the Trolls and all his buddies out in China or whatever, trying to make all these different forks. How many they throw out there? They're not, of course, they can fork at any time. They're picking August 1st because that is the FUD date that's been thrown out there for a long period of time. So yes, there are going to be Bitcoin forks, people. There can be friendly ones. There can be unfriendly ones. There are going to be some unfriendly ones, but they're not going to be contentious. We're not going to end up with 2 Bitcoin. They're going to fork into altcoins. This can be done at any time. So what I've been saying in the last video and this video, if you don't understand, just ignore them. Don't give them attention. Do not worry about them. Don't ask me questions about them. Okay? Just Have your Bitcoin on your Trezor, buy and hold. It's that simple. I mean, how is this going to change your life in any way? How's it going to, weren't you just holding your Bitcoin anyway? Or are you just some trader dude that just likes to flip and this and that? And so you want to keep your coin at BTC-E for a while, as long as possible. Oh, wait a second. BTC-E, interesting. That site's been down for hours and hours and hours. Has it been hacked? Is something going on at BTC-E? Have I told you never to store your Bitcoin on an exchange because a site like BTC-E that's in Bulgaria or Albania or who knows where in Eastern Europe can just disappear? Or maybe it really didn't just disappear, it's going to come back. But I bet a lot of you are wondering right now, ooh, is it going, did it get hacked? Because a lot of you, I don't know, you don't listen. You're short-term thinkers. You're just trying to flip and play these games. And this is not a Bitcoin trading channel, by the way. Not at all. So, I mean, go away if you wanted Bitcoin trading advice or something like that. But I just gave you the best advice in the world. Buy and hold. And don't store your stuff over at places like BTC.E. Magically disappeared in the last 12 hours. And guess what? It might come back. I don't know what's going on over there. If you just buy and hold and control your own private key on your Trezor or your storage device or whatever, you buy it at the link below. And you also buy these shirts at the oh God. You can also buy these shirts at Crypto Graffiti's site below. Anyway, a lot of people are like, Adam, calm down. You're gonna have a heart attack or something like that. Dudes, I'm not gonna have a heart attack. I run like 20 miles a week. I'm in the prime shape of my freaking life. I can run 20 miles at any moment. I could go out there right now and run 20 miles. You've no idea what health even is if you say Adam Meister can have a heart attack. You have no grasp of what health is. You have to come to like reality. Stop like completely unhealthy bread eaters or what, carb loaders or whatever you darn do. Pound that like button if you like that little something I just said there. I don't even know what I'm saying. All right, so yeah, guys, if you say calm down, Adam, you haven't been around this channel right now. I've got a lot of energy. Have you ever noticed that before? Did you ever notice that Adam Meister has a lot of energy? So his eyes are always kind of bulging and stuff, and he seems like he's just like on cocaine or something like that. And by the way, don't do drugs. Never. I don't do drugs. Some of you obviously are newbies. I'm a total health nut. Run a lot. Only eat healthy. I practice intermittent fasting, all sorts of things. Long-term thinking, that's what this channel is about. It's not about doing crazy, insane things like getting into altcoins from China and being their tool and spreading the word for them and making them seem legitimate when they're just total FUD coins. All right. So what else do I have written down to say here? And I don't want to skip anything this time. So anyway, if you guys wait it out, you guys are going to get your free FUD coins if there's going to be forks and all that if you really want it. But there's so many newbies out there right now who are tempted by free stuff. I mean, look at all the suckers out there to get into cloud mining. It's the same mentality, but in the long run, nothing is free. Either you give time or someone's going to steal from you, or it's just a trick or a scam like with cloud mining. And I mentioned in previous videos how people are skipping very important steps in the Bitcoin learning process. Like they own Litecoin before they've ever sent a Bitcoin. And so again, I ask, how many people in Ethereum even know what the DAO was? How many people know the Bitfinex hack that just happened a year ago? And now we're wondering what's going on with BTC-E today, that exchange. How many Ethereum people lived through the Ethereum? How many of any of you remember when Ethereum Classic split off from Ethereum? I mean, these are all important things that people should know about, and they wouldn't be asking as many questions. And again, if you're a new person, there's nothing wrong with being a newbie. There's nothing wrong with being a newbie. But you need to take the time to learn a lot of things before you get into some of these things people are going to be suggesting you get into, like forked off altcoins, or even owning like a normal altcoin like Litecoin. Before you even do that, you really have to get some basics down. like understanding the basics behind cryptocurrency, that you have to control your own private key, that you can't store it somewhere else or you're going to have problems no matter what the situation is. So, and thank you for the person who just said, Vention MGTOW just sent $5. He says, it's going to fork. I have something to do. Look what he's saying, Shemitah. I heard about it. Vention MGTOW is hilarious. He is hilarious. He mentioned some funny things in his $5 post just now. He mentioned the Shemitah scam and the webbot thing, things that I don't believe in, he mentioned. But he is, Vention MGTOW is a guy who believes in the MGTOW philosophy. Everyone should Google what MGTOW is. It is a great philosophy of minimalism and just getting men back to thinking like men again. And men caring about, you know, their future and not putting all their value in women. I mean, women are great. I mean, I've had some beautiful women in my day, okay? But that means nothing. It means nothing. You make yourself a better person by being a good person, by being you, by doing great, not valuing a woman, not living a normal lifestyle where you got to get married, have kids. But sometimes when you get into these normal lifestyles, the woman ends up divorcing you and taking everything. And men have to realize that. And again, women living a minimalist lifestyle is great also. Check out Vention MGTOW's channel. And I wanted to mention this super chat thing where people give me $5 during the chat. It is awesome. So if people want to do that, do that. You can also check out my cryptocurrency links below if you want to send me cryptocurrency. But hey, man, I take fiat also. I have dollars. I have a bank account and stuff. I still earn dollars, okay? I still earn a dollar. But hey, cryptocurrency is the future. Bitcoin is the future, obviously. But hey, I wanted to mention that, and Vention MGTOW is a great guy. MGTOW is a great thing to learn about. Google it. Seriously. And a lot of people are like, oh, MGTOW's for losers. If you have a closed mind, you know, you can leave the channel, whatever. I'm here to tell men and women about living more efficient lifestyles, thinking long-term, thinking outside the box, and being healthy individuals. So MGTOWs are some of the healthiest dudes out there because they've realized, you know, there's more to life than the superficial stuff and trying to just, you know, get the most beautiful woman in the world. And I'm, you know, beforehand I said I've had some great women or whatever. Who cares? Who cares what I've had in the past? Because in the end of the day, that's just some story that means nothing, okay? It's nothing. It's a story. You have a beautiful woman. 2 seconds later, it's a story, and people say it's a lie or something like that. So live a healthy life. All right. So check out TechBalt. TechBalt is my Twitter account. I tweet a lot during the day. You'll learn a lot. There's been some great. I think I do a great job curating. We've had some Twitter battles, and not that. I don't get into Twitter battles usually. But this whole thing with the FUD coin and Jimmy Song, I've been tweeting at people a lot with that. It's been a lot of fun, and a lot of people agreed with me. And that was something else I forgot to mention in the last video. You should check out my video beforehand. Anyway, someone mentioned a very smart poster here. And pound that like button, live viewers. This show seems to be going long today, but we're having a fun time. And but someone, a smart person in the comment section, I'm going to read some of your comments in a second. Some really good ones that a lot of people can learn about. Someone remembered how I talked about the friendly fork with a Bitcoin Classic guy many months ago when I was in Lisbon, Portugal. And I still think you can fork off Bitcoin and it can be a friendly thing. The people who are trying to fork Bitcoin now are doing it to cause trouble. So I have no problem people forking off Bitcoin, using the Bitcoin name and trying to pretend to be Bitcoin, trying to fool people, trying to perhaps having these replay issues come out where people are going to lose their Bitcoin because you're creating a fake Bitcoin. That I'm not down with. People giving legitimacy to these FUD coins, these fake Bitcoins, I'm not down with, and I'm going to call it out. But hey, if you want to fork Bitcoin in a friendly way, like was proposed back in March, now if that person has changed his mind and is unfriendly now, then that's not cool. But if you want to do a friendly fork, be my guest. If you want to masquerade as a fake Bitcoin, I'm going to call you out, okay? I'm going to call you out. And I don't want you tricking people. And I don't like these newbies getting fooled into whether it be getting into some scam ICO or getting into a scam fake Bitcoin. That's nothing but an altcoin that Jimmy Song for some reason wrote about. All right. What are saying here? I'm reading the notes here. So I had to actually send it. Again, I want to just straight up say this. This is something I sent in an email to someone. Do nothing. Make sure your coins are not on an exchange. That is all. It is really that easy. All right. There's your bullet points, everyone, to like think about now with Bitcoin. Do nothing. Make sure your coins are not on an exchange. That is all. It's that simple. I know it doesn't sound very fun. It sounds kind of boring, doesn't it? Well, sometimes life is boring. All right. Anyway, Tone Vaes he makes like a new video every day now, but I'm going to link to a video where he mentions that Bitcoin is about to pop up $650 in value. That would be awesome. That would be, and that was when Bitcoin, he said that when Bitcoin was like around 2,700 or 2,600, what's it now, 2,500? I don't even know the price, dudes. I'm caring about going out there, going running, and telling you not to, what's a fake Bitcoin, what's a real Bitcoin. I'm more interested in that type of thing than what the price of Bitcoin is. But if Tone is correct, Tone is only going to be correct if we as a community don't worry about FUD coins, okay? Because right now, the price did drop yesterday, okay? The price did drop yesterday, partially because people are talking about this FUD coin and creating worry that doesn't have to be out there. You just ignore troublemakers. But it's important to note that, Tone is very good with technical analysis. So, once we all are mature and just don't pay attention to these bad actors in the Bitcoin community who are trying to scare everyone, once we, as a community, and once, people don't write, legitimate articles about them because, we don't want to no platform these people. You don't want to no platform these people. I mean, come on. Are you a cuck? Are you a cuck of these people? We're not no platform. I'm giving them a platform. I'm not giving them their name. I'm not writing a nice little fluffy article about them. I'm giving them a platform. You can give them a platform with a tweet and explain what they are, okay? No platform. I mean, this is a dog-eat-dog world, people here. You're going to be nice to people who are trying to screw you, then you're a cuck, okay? That's what that's dirty language. I'm sorry to use language like that. It's not one of the official 7 dirty words that, George Carlin used to talk about. I wasn't even alive when George Carlin did that stuff. I don't think I was, at least. Now George Carlin's dead and I'm alive, right? Pound that like button if you like being alive. And I do like being alive, so don't do drugs. Try to be healthy, people. Anyway, what the heck am I saying here? So yeah, Tone Vaes, $650 pop. That would be awesome. And Tone's a great guy. Pound that like button if you like Tone Vaes. Oh, good man, good man. So here's a comment someone left on my thing. On my comments. A really smart person left this comment. I'm not going to breach my own security ops by exposing my Bitcoin private key to, I'm going to say this guy's name once. I don't usually say his name. Jihan's Rush code. And Paula G said that. And it's so important to remember. Don't buy this coin that they're creating out there, this fake Bitcoin, because you might expose your private key. I mean, I don't know the code behind all this stuff. And Paula G is a very smart commenter, by the way. I'm going to link to a Peter Schiff video that just came out. He goes on and talks about Bitcoin. And, there's a guy out there who, creates all these FUD, who's a big doom porn guy, who I have no respect for at all. And he says that Peter Schiff is a government shill or something like that. And Peter Schiff actually addresses this dude in his video. You know, say what you want about Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff, excuse me. He doesn't like Bitcoin for whatever reasons. Peter Schiff is not a government shill, okay? Don't say Peter Schiff is a butt. And Peter Schiff in his video, which I haven't even watched the whole thing, but I will link to it. He says, I'm not a government shill. It's the most insane thing I've ever heard. Peter Schiff's father died in a federal prison, gave his life for what he believed in, and died at the hands of the federal government, and you call Peter Schiff a government shill. Shame on a person who does that when he had to see his father rot in a federal prison like that. Shame on a person who just because Peter Schiff says things that you don't like about Bitcoin and that I don't like about Bitcoin, you don't come up with a conspiracy theory about Peter Schiff when his father rotted in a federal prison, died for something he believed in. And to say that Peter Schiff works for those people is an insult, a complete insult to Irwin Schiff memory. And if you don't like who Irwin Schiff is, great. Then I don't, whatever. But people say, and again, Peter Schiff brought up how people have accused him of being in bed with Soros and all these people. And it boils down to, who Peter Schiff is and Peter Schiff's family's religion, okay? That's why people say these things about Peter Schiff, all right? And you know what? Peter Schiff is Jewish like I'm Jewish, okay? His mother is Jewish, so he's a Jew. Peter Schiff has done, Peter Schiff isn't even a religious Jewish person, and people come up with Peter Schiff has intermarried, he has non-Jewish children, I believe, and I don't want to accuse him of anything, but to come up with to say these things about Peter Schiff is nonsense. And people do it because they come up with conspiracies about Jews. And that's the bottom line of some of this stuff that you hear. So don't hate Peter Schiff because he's a Jew, because I'm a Jew. And you know what? That's not why you hate a person and make up things about his father and stuff. Peter Schiff doesn't like, all right, he doesn't like Bitcoin. Great. Move on. Don't come up with crazy things about the man and add to all these conspiracies and stuff about controlling the world and Soros and all this nonsense that he'd have nothing to do with. And Soros is not a good person. People say when I defend Peter Schiff, these morons out here think when I defend Peter Schiff, I'm defending Soros or something like that. Soros is a traitor to the Jewish people, a traitor to the Jewish people. What he is accused of, what he did in Hungary, and I can't even say what he was accused of doing in Hungary. God forbid he actually did those things, but he is a traitor to the Jewish people, George Soros, okay? All right, so we've gotten into a completely different subject now. So let's move on. So again, think what you will of Peter Schiff. Don't get into conspiracy theories about Peter Schiff. There's more to life than conspiracy theories, people. All right. So what are we doing here? I want to make sure that I'm reading everything that's out there. Campaign gets exchanges to refuse secondary coins of Bitcoin. Okay, yeah. So someone suggested that we should have a campaign to get exchanges to refuse secondary coins with the Bitcoin moniker. It's deceptive advertising. Yeah, it is. There are other coins out there that you try to use the Bitcoin name, completely deceptive advertising, and so, yeah, exchanges shouldn't deal with that. And we should tell exchanges, we're not going to do business with you if you list these fake Bitcoins. All right, so as I said, all the coins have been down. Every coin in Bitcoin and every coin has been down in value. Last night, at least it was last night for me. And Bitcoin still has been gaining market share, which is hilarious during all this. People can see what's going on here. When we have FUD with Bitcoin now, with these fake coins coming out, it hurts all of cryptocurrency, all right? We've gotten to a point where the situation with Bitcoin doing the right thing, with segregated witness getting implemented cleanly, is so important that when there's this FUD out there, it brings down all the cryptocurrencies. So if you're a fan of an altcoin out there, you should be speaking out also against these fake Bitcoins that Jimmy Song is writing about. That you should be like, you know what? All this is bad for the entire cryptocurrency community. People trying to masquerade as Bitcoin, okay? So because it brings down all of cryptocurrency. And by the way, people sometimes think, Adam, are you some kind of Bitcoin shill that only says good things about Bitcoin? No, I'm not. Because I have told people that in the future, we're going to have bad days in Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is like $5,000 and it's going to drop down to $4,000. These things are going to happen over and over. We're going to have bad days in Bitcoin. That's about what long-term thinking is all about. That's what having a strong hand is all about, is knowing that, you know, we're going to have ups and downs, ups and downs. So just be ready for that type of stuff. It's not all rosy stuff. It's not all rose. That's not what life is. They're bad things. You're going to meet bad people. There's scammers out there. So get used to it. So I'm not all like Bitcoin is the miracle drug that'll grow every part of your body and keep you sexy forever. No, it's not. It's not things are they're going to be bad things that happen. That's life. There are going to be price drops. But have a strong hand. In the long run, it's going to be worth more than it is in the future than it is today. 2020, it's going to be worth more than it is today. We have that Bitcoin halving in 2020. Learn what that is. So ICOs, people continue to cash in, cash out. This hurts Ethereum. And who knows what else it hurts. Maybe that's what's bringing down the cryptocurrency total also. I don't know. The ICO right now is just a roller coaster thing. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts. Hey, it's something we're going to have to deal with. So yeah, BTC-E is down last time I checked. They have a tweet out there saying, we are still, and this is exactly what it says, because they don't know they don't have proper English over there, wherever they're coming from. We are still continue to perform our unscheduled ongoing maintenance. We'll keep you updated. Sorry for the inconvenience. So that's your word. So if you've got money over BTC-E, you have to rely on tweets that are in improper English to tell you what's going on. Again, buy and hold, people. Don't keep your Bitcoin on third parties, and you won't have to deal with that type of thing. The SEC enforcement, which is a real Twitter account, has a tweet out. Capital raising through blockchain requires compliance with federal security laws. Whoa. So, hey, ICO people, you might be getting a letter soon from the SEC. Now, some of you are probably like, don't be a slave to the government, Adam. Okay. What are you going to do if the SEC sends you a letter? I don't put myself in a situation to get letters from the SEC. How about that? How about that? So they're thinking about this. This is something you're going to have to think about. What's it going to do to the price of Bitcoin? Maybe this is one of the reasons Bitcoin thing is down also. All right, so I am going to be in Dublin, Ireland. This is amazing. So I'm going to be back in Baltimore on August 1st. And then I'll be in Dublin on from the 10th, Dublin, Ireland from the 10th to the 17th. I got a really busy schedule when I'm there. It's going to be a lot of fun. But there will be some free time in the middle of my trip. I don't know. Email me, adam@tresorhelp.com. If you want to schedule a meeting with me, a consultation, it's awesome. We can do it over the phone too. Whenever I do Trezor setups also, people need help setting up their Trezor. And again, there are a lot of new people are like, I don't need help setting up my Trezor. Great. You're great. Obviously, there are a lot of newbies out there who aren't as great as you. And because I've done pretty well with that consultancy with the Trezor thing. A lot of people come to me. So don't feel bad if you need help. I'm there for you. And yeah, I do charge. And if you want to do it for free, you know, Google it. There's probably stuff online, whatever. Some people like to be walked through it. But anyway, I do crypto consultations also, which are a lot of fun. We can talk about how to be a healthier person with cryptocurrency or in your life or whatever. I mean, I talk about anything. You got me for an hour. It's awesome. It looks like I got one of those coming up in Canada soon. So after Dublin on August 17th, I will be in Quebec from about August 17th, I think, till September 14th or 15th, something like that. So I'm going to be in Quebec City for a month. So that's going to be a lot of fun also. So email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. Obviously, I'm going to be in Brisbane for a while longer until the 31st here of August. I'm meeting with some people, some great people. 13 or 14 of you have contacted me now. What an honor it is, you know, to be so far from home and have people like know who you are. in Brisbane, freaking Australia. Pound that like button, people. All right, what else is there? Oh, God, I'm not going to mention this Litecoin thing. We'll do that tomorrow. It was only a limited time here. Watch Sunday's show with Rocky Palumbo. We had a great time. I'll link to that below. Pound that like button. I actually have that written down. It says pound that like button. Oh, yeah, I've got new so now I'm going to use new thumbnails in my videos. They're going to have crypto graffiti shirts designs in them, just so you get more familiar with his thing. Use the Meister code below if you like these type of t-shirts. Explore what he's got. Again, I think he's a great cryptocurrency entrepreneur, and you can get a discount by using the Meister code if you like crypto graffiti type of designs on your t-shirt. And again, reminder, a FUD coin is an altcoin that is there to masquerade as Bitcoin and cause trouble. Other altcoins are fine. They are not Trojan horses or creations of bad actors. There's a big difference. But some people have been asking me, like, well, you mentioned other altcoins. Yeah, there's a difference. So one quick reminder, Peter Todd, I share, we all have to remember this Peter Todd tweet. And I mentioned before, if you want to guarantee BIT 91 is enforced and SegWit gets activated, continue to scare miners by supporting BIT 148 is a good strategy. So continue to do that. FUD coin trading. All right. So the FUD coin is traded out in some exchange in China. That doesn't make it legitimate, people. They can lie about the numbers. They can lie about what the FUD coin is being valued at. Don't take that as a word of legitimacy, all right? They are going to lie. People are going to steal from you. This is the wild, wild west. Just because it's morally wrong for people to steal from you and do insane things and lie about the value of their coin and pretend they're trading something they're not really trading doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's happening. Bad stuff happens in the cryptocurrency space. It's not all roses and happiness. You're going to get ripped off. You're going to get ripped off if you take chances in this space and if you believe charlatans, okay, and liars. You're just going to get ripped off. Cloud mining is a ripoff, just like these FUD coins are ripoffs. So, hey. All right. So, another show of mine recently went 21 minutes exactly, which is kind of weird because there's 21 million Bitcoin out there. Also, there is someone out there called art4crypto.com, and I said I'd mention this person's art. I will link to art4crypto.com. That's not the number 4, that's the word 4. Art4, F-O-R, crypto.com. So there's a plug. I like to give artists in the Bitcoin community, I like to give them plugs. I like to give friends of the channel plugs. So if you want to plug, email me at adam@tresorhelp if you're a legitimate, nice person who's doing good things in the community and wants to make this a better space, who wants to get rid of this FUD coin nonsense, and, you know, is just a happy, non-trollish person who is productive in life. And that's who I want to associate myself with in the Bitcoin community. Positive, happy people who want to speak the truth, who aren't scared of, you know, like, oh, I want to have as many friends as possible, even if these friends are doing the wrong thing in the Bitcoin community. No. We want to align ourselves with people who are doing the right thing, who are not spreading FUD, who are not trying to pretend, masquerade as fake Bitcoins or anything like that. And so I hope you've taken that away from this show today, high energy show that I have presented you today. So I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, pound that like button. Check out the notes section below soon because I got to update that right now. I'm going to quickly say hello to people in the chat. So pound that like button. Bye-bye, everyone.